Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to listen to Pastor Nganga, who has dropped a bombshell that has been going viral. Pastor Nganga has made a prophecy that a new leader is coming who will punish William Ruto and his team, and more specifically, on the issue of land. Before we listen to Pastor Nganga, let me say this. About 2 days ago, the Standard captured this story, puzzle of secret change of land ownership titles at Adi House. If you go through that story, do you own a parcel of land? And how often do you check on the registration status? If not, you have a reason to worry, as the documents in your possession could only be pieces of paper. Ghosts have infiltrated the land offices and mysteriously taken over possession of land, causing the disappearance of crucial documents and changing ownership. That's a story that was captured by the Standard about 1 day ago. And Standard is reporting that several Kenyans have lost their lands mysteriously. You have a valid title deed. Upon going to check, you find that the land, even though you have valid title deeds, the land had changed ownership. So if you have a piece of land, it's important you check on its status. It might be possible you are no longer the land owner. The land question is becoming a major issue in William Ruto's government. Kenyans are losing their pieces of lands. Let's listen to Pastor Nganga before we continue.
Sabina ukienda, sababu wewe ni wa siasa, hii kiwanja muachane nayo. Na kama mnataka mchukue. Hii kiwanja ilitengenezwa 1980, plot 1980. Jana lawyer ameniambia kiwanja hiyo ni ya 1980 ndio title ilitoka. Mimi ni dhadi baya. Ndio Sabina usikilize hiyo. Maana najua huko na namba ya wakubwa. Waambie tu ni nini Nganga sasa mnafuatana na yeye, na ni wasimu, atatuletea wasimu. Ukisema mimi ni mtu mzuri nitapendwa, wewe sema ni wasimu, atatuletea wasimu. Huyu Mungu 1994 ndio ilifanywa subdivision. Mimi nimenunua 2022 23 hapo. Nimekaa hapa hiyo miaka yote. Nikinunua, wale hamjajua, ilikuwa kwa Kenya Gazette, nikaenda kwa City Council, nikaenda Ruaraka, nikaenda kwa Lands. Ikaproti ya Mungu tu ndio mnataka. Hii kaproti hii. Who is undermining this plot? Basi nimekuelezea sababu wewe ni mgeni, maana tuko kotini na wao, na kama walipitisha BTQ watapitisha tu hata hii kiwanja. Lakini ole wako, ufalme wa tatu, mimi naongea kama nabii, ufalme wa tatu atakuja mtu rais mwingine ambaye atataka kujua hizi eka 20,000 eka 500 mlitoa wapi, na nyinyi mtalipa. Apadacho mtu ndicho atakachovuna. Hallelujah.
Yes. Nganga is also just a worried Kenyan that his land is being snatched away from him, and is giving out a prophecy that a new leader is coming who will punish this government. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand what's happening behind the scenes. If you are watching us but you are not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. It's a fact, and there is no doubt about this, that some rogue elements have infiltrated the Ministry of Land and are changing ownership of lands. Kenyans are losing their lands courtesy to these rogue elements in Kenya Kwanza government. And it's very clear they are using top government officials in the Ministry of Land. So the issue of land is becoming a major issue in William Ruto's government. And if you look at it objectively, I'm seeing a very high possibility where top government officials are part and parcel of this mischief. And I'm saying that because about 3 years ago, in 2020, Uhuru Kenyatta's government declared Ruai sewage land a protected area. Upon William Ruto coming to power, they reverted that and gave that Ruai land, sewerage land, to an individual. And this individual, from what we are getting, will then sell Ruai sewage land to the government for their affordable housing project. So Kenya Kwanza government sells a public land to a private entity, and then that private entity sells back the land to the government. What a corruption that is. And that's a story that was also captured a few days ago by some mainstream media, print media houses. Sewerage project in limbo as Ruai land reverts to private farm. The controversial Ruai land in Nairobi, which was declared a protected property by the Jubilee administration 3 years ago, has controversially been allocated to a private company, we can report. If you go through that story, last Friday, the government revoked the Gazette notice issued by then Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i in 2020, declaring the 1,600 acres of land protected area. A source close to the deal confided that the land has been allocated to the company, which is associated with the powerful people in the government, who, according to an already signed deal, later sell it to the government for the construction of affordable housing. Following the 2020 notice, the land, going by the title, the Dandora Wastewater Treatment Plant Ruai, was placed under the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company. The parcels were meant for sanitation facilities, sewerage treatment plants, and water storage facilities before they were grabbed by developers. Questions are being raised on what will happen to the water and sewerage treatment project currently ongoing and being undertaken by the Adi Water Company. The Ruiru land is meant for a pumping station for the Ruiru Kabete water supply and future expansion of the Nairobi waste and sewerage system. However, the government in the Gazette notice dated December 15, Interior and National Administration Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki allowed the subdivision of the 1,054.6 hectares of land in Nairobi's Ruai area belonging to the Dandora wastewater treatment. So you are seeing that even that Nairobi water sewerage land has already been given to a private developer who will then sell it to the government. A government giving its land to a private developer, then the developer then sells it back to the government for the affordable housing. So it's clear there is a serious problem in Kenya Kwanza government over land. Kenyans are losing their lands at the Ministry of Lands, and public lands are also being given to private individuals. I strongly believe that a time will come, just as Pastor Nganga is prophesying, a leader will come, will rectify all this, because it's clear Kenya is in a serious mess. Land grabbers have taken hostage the government. They are grabbing public lands and private lands with impunity. And they are doing that simply because they have the protection of the state. Royal land is gone. That land was earmarked for the expansion of Nairobi sewerage plant. That one is now gone. And more parcels of land are also going. And not only that, we have also been getting some complaints from Kenyans that they are being forced out of their lands. The government is pushing them out in order to construct these affordable housing projects. And we've been seeing some complaining that currently they are paying rent of about 7,000. The affordable housing, they will be paying around 15,000. That was an incident in Mombasa. So things are clearly falling apart. Kenya is in a serious mess. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. In case you may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.